In April 2023, I made a video introducing people to the mega infrastructure project known as Rail Baltica. This future high-speed rail network will change how people in Lithuania get to Poland and to Latvia and on to Estonia. It also opens up more opportunities for connecting to other parts of Europe. As I noted in last year's video, part of Rail Baltica should have been operational this year, but things have been pushed back to 2030. So in today's video, I wanted to look at the latest news about this project, mostly within a Lithuanian context, and discuss some of the recent hurdles and challenges for the program. As a quick recap, for those who don't know about the project in Lithuania, the plan is to have a total of 3 Rail Baltica international passenger stations in the country, one each in Vilnius, Kaunas, and Panevėžys. After construction of the European Standard Rail Baltica railway, passenger trains will be able to travel at speeds of up to 249 km per hour. Thus, the journey by train from Panevėžys to Kaunas will take about 37 minutes, and it'll be possible to reach Riga from Kaunas in 55 minutes. A lot of recent news was reported by LRT through a presentation by Deputy Transport Minister Loreta Mescalioviene. Mescalioviene says that there has been some progress in the first section of the railway, between the northern town of Panevėžys and the Latvian border. She states that planning and land acquisition have been completed, with the government planning to launch public tenders for design and construction by the end of the year. The Deputy Transport Minister also said that construction between Kaunas and Panevėžys is well underway, adding that columns of the nearest bridge and their foundations are being cast. Panevėžys is actually a key part of the Rail Baltica plan, since there is supposed to be an international railway station just outside this Lithuanian city. Rail Baltica also wants to have an additional railway stretch of nearly 23 kilometers crossing the city. This plan hasn't been fully embraced by all of Panevėžys. As LRT reported in late April, residents of the northern district of Panevėžys staged a protest against the plan. One person leading the protest says that local residents feared that 24 residential houses would be demolished during the construction of the railway, and there are concerns about the fate of the narrow gauge railway in the area, which is a cultural heritage site. In July, Mescalioviene stated that the project's aim has always been to meet the interests of the residents while also meeting the goals of Rail Baltica. She was quoted as saying, "We're happy that we managed to find an optimal solution for the local community and the fast railway track. These solutions will allow us to preserve all 23 structures located in the territory of the Šilis Garden community. The already planned Panevėžys International Passenger Station, cargo terminal, and infrastructure maintenance depot will create undoubted benefits for the region." And then moving south, there's the section between Kaunas and the Polish border still under development. In this area, there is already a slow freight-only line. In terms of further work, land acquisition has started, while design is being procured and construction is still being planned. The Deputy Transport Minister said that this year, she hopes to have a contract for the design of the railway in that area with a link in place by 2028. Another key section of Rail Baltica is the stretch that connects Kaunas and Vilnius. This section will go from Vilnius through Panevėžys, Lentvaris, north of Vievis, north of Kaišiadorys, and then on to Kaunas. The plan is to also have links with the Vilnius Intermodal Terminal, Vilnius and Kaunas airports, Lentvaris Regional Station, and regional links to Vievis and Kaišiadorys regional stations. The main line between Vilnius and Kaunas will be 95 kilometers long, and the total length with additional links will measure 156 kilometers. A non-stop train journey from Vilnius to Kaunas with Rail Baltica will take around 38 minutes. And so the latest on this part of the project is that land acquisition for this section has been completed and the implementation has been planned. Procurement for design is underway, but construction is still in the planning stage. Across the border, Poland is making progress as well. Rail Baltica's coordination manager says that from Warsaw to Białystok, work is practically complete, with speeds between 160 and 200 kilometers an hour. He added that passenger services between Panevėžys and Poland should begin operating by 2028. I don't know about you, but I'm personally not surprised that this project is coming in way over budget and way behind schedule. I'd say it's almost a miracle if any mega project does manage to stay within its budget and finish up by its original target date. And so for Rail Baltica, the total budget of the project quadrupled between 2017 and 2023, from 5.8 billion euros to 23.8 billion euros. Now it's clear that a lot of this has been outside of the project's control. LRT highlights COVID and the war in Ukraine as two big influential events. These two things brought with them inflation and supply chain issues that aren't going away anytime soon. Rail Baltica, responding to the audit, says that the rise in cost is also attributed to the following factors. 31% of the increase resulted from higher cost predictions due to additional regional mobility connections, changes in technical standards, and enhancements in safety and performance. 51% of the increase was due to more accurate data costs due to design advancement from the engineering level to master design, and then 18% was due to additional external requirements and factors like various institutional technical regulations, interoperability technical specifications, and other changes. And so, with the huge gap between the original quote and the more recent cost estimates, there is concern over funding shortages. This is why you'll see some big projects only built part way, before stopping for long periods of time. Like Lithuania's National Stadium project, as one example. Well, Lithuania's Deputy Minister of Transport says that Lithuania has its priorities in the right place, more so than the other Baltic countries, Latvia and Estonia. She says that Lithuania puts priority on building the track itself, while Latvians and Estonians seem to be more interested in constructing stations. If that is true, then I think Lithuania has it right. You can have a functioning system with simple stations and a properly built track, but things don't work if you have a beautiful, expensive station with sections of track missing. It was also noted that the purchase of trains should be made in the near future, even if the project's completion is now 5 or 6 years away. That's because the State Audit Office says it could take 2 years to have a bidding process and make a decision from various company proposals. Then it would take some 4 years to deliver those trains, and then another 2 years for testing. It was also noted that there is some disagreement on how many trains will be needed. The Latvian Audit Authority estimates 23 to 25 trains, while Lithuania estimates less than half of that, just 11. And so that's your update on Rail Baltica as of summer 2024. I think cost and time estimations at any given point tend to assume that things in the future will be just as they are now. But with the current completion estimate being 6 years away, a lot of major regional or world-changing events could happen to mess things up even more, unfortunately. I think travelers are coping well enough with the current situation of either flying or taking a coach bus between the different parts of the Baltics and to Poland. However, I think the more important opportunity in having high-speed rail is that it will significantly help with trade in the region, with goods and commodities getting to places much faster than on large semi-trailer trucks stuck in traffic. Hopefully these benefits will justify the costs, but evaluating that is definitely beyond my own abilities. But what do you think about the current state of Rail Baltica? Leave a comment and let me know. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
While Rail Baltica requires significant investment, its socio-economic benefits far outweigh the costs. Quantifiable benefits in the Baltics alone are estimated to be about 16 billion euro. Rail Baltica is going to mitigate climate change and reduce noise.